What's going on, guys? Super Insane 18 here, and yesterday I showed you guys that Super Heavy Samurai is definitely not still dead with a combo tutorial, so today I'm going to go ahead and bring you the deck profile. And just a reminder for you guys, today is the final day for you guys to purchase my Insane Hieroglyph playmat. Make sure you go to my website, insanetcg.com, and if you want $5 off of the purchase, go ahead and use code INSANE18 as well. Let's go ahead and get into the profile. So for the deck profile, it is going to relatively remain the same. However, we do have to play a couple more extenders with the loss of Scarecrow, so we're going to show you guys how that works. We are playing 3 copies of Wakaushi, which is standard. This is still the 1-card combo, as well as 3 copies of Motorbike, because obviously this is also 1-card combo, being able to get you into the Wakaushi. As you guys saw in yesterday's video, 3 copies of Wagon, because Wagon is also a 1-card combo, albeit slightly different. And then we do still have 3 copies of Soul Piercer. I was considering dropping this down to less than 3, because you get it searched during your combo, and it's no longer a 1-card starter, so it kind of feels like it might be a brick, but you have a lot of 2-card combos using it. So Soul Piercer plus any extender, and again, we did up the number of extenders. So I still think like this is probably the best at 3. Maybe cut it to 2. I would never cut it to 1. But that's going to be it for the original 12 that everybody played. Now we are on to 2 copies of Big Benki, again pretty standard. But we are now also playing 1 copy of Coral. I believe I played this in the initial build that I showed you guys, but I very quickly cut it. Now it is actually mandatory. For those of you that don't know, you are able to search it off of Ancient Gear Box, which is very important for one of the combos, since now we can't necessarily keep putting the Wakaushi in the scale. Sometimes we need it in the extra deck, that way we can pendulum summon it, so this is really important. We still have our 1 copy of Scales because we're able to summon it from our deck, but we did bump the Soul Peacemaker up to 3 because I think without the Scarecrow, it is very, very important for you to open this card, because this is what allows you to do a lot of the 2-card combos. So I think that this is now a mandatory 3 of with the loss of Scarecrow, and then we did bump up the other extenders as well. Instead of 1 Stealthy, we are playing 2 Stealthy, and instead of 1 Gaia Booster, we are playing 2 Gaia Booster. Now, there are some other ones that you could play. You could play Soul Claw and or Soul Horns, and that just depends on what you have in your extra deck. Like, if you're going for a Golden Cloud Beast Malong play, then you're going to want to play something like the Soul Claw, but it really just depends on the extra deck. For my extra deck, personally, I feel like the Stealthy and the Gaia Booster are just the better options, so those are the ones that I bumped up. And that's going to be it for the actual Super Heavy Samurai monsters. Onto the rest of the deck, we are still playing the Ancient Gearbox and the Tunneler. 9 times out of 10, you can probably go for the Tunneler, but again, sometimes you need to use the box to search for the General Coral. These next 3 are actually flex spots. I am playing 3 copies of Kashtira Fenrir. I was on the fence between these and another copy of a Hand Trap, but I ultimately felt that these were better for going second than a Hand Trap would be, solely because of the hits to Kashtira. With Diablosis gone, the only gameplay that Kashtira really has is a Rise Heart Pass. So they're never going to play into something like Nibiru anymore, even though they usually didn't anyway. It was always that possibility if they wanted to go for the Zone Lock or if they wanted to go for the Banish 18 combo. But now with that no longer being a possibility, I feel like the 3 Fenrir is just better than Nibiru. So you guys can, again, this is the flex spot. You can do what you want with this spot, but I think that Fenrir was the right choice. And then we have our 1 copy of Therion King Regulus. Obviously, this is still going to be part of your end board, and just an absolutely insane card. And now that's it for the monsters. Now all we have left is Hand Traps. We are playing 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. Now, I know a lot of people are considering cutting this card because of the belief that Super Heavy Samurai is dead, but this card was never just for Super Heavy Samurai. This card is incredible going into quite a few matchups. Obviously, you have the mirror match of Super Heavy Samurai. It's really good into Kashtira. It's pretty decent into Math Mech, which also isn't dead, despite the circular hit. So I still think that Droll is one of the best hand traps to be playing right now. Then we have 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Kind of want to bump this to 3, but I also just want to keep it at 40 for consistency, so maybe drop like 1 Fenrir for a 3rd Veiler, but I mean, it's really just personal preference at that point. We have 3 copies of Ash Blossom. You have to respect that Branded realistically did not get hit, So you have to play the Ash Blossom in order to make sure that you have it for their branded fusion, because I don't care what anybody says, that is an FTK on branded. Yes, they have plays that they can make through Ash, but they're very lackluster plays at best. So I don't care what anybody says. If you Ash a branded fusion, it is game over for a branded player. And then we have 3 copies of Ghost Ogre rounding out the main deck. That is going to be 40 cards. Let's show you guys the extra. So to start things off with the extra, we have a couple of, a little bit more than a couple, quite a few synchros actually. We have our 1 copy of Excel Synchro still, because we just need this for the combo to make our Baron. We have the new one that everybody is playing, is the Tilting Entrainment. This is what allows you to pretty much continue playing off just the 1 Wakaushi, because it will reborn a Wakaushi from your extra deck, and then that gives you the Super Heavy Samurai you need on field in order for a Soul Peacemaker to resolve. We are still playing 1 copy of Boarlord Savage Dragon. This is probably the most cuttable card, because in order to play this, you have to play another card that I'm not 100% sold on, and we'll talk about that when I get there. But you could potentially cut this and the other card as well. And then we have our copy of Baron de Flor, and that is going to be it for the synchros. Onto the XYZs. We have our Gear Gigant X and our Baguska. Gear Gigant X is more important than ever now for the Wagon combo. Previously, Wagon was a 1-card combo because you could go ahead and search the Soul Piercer, equip the Soul Piercer to it, and then link into the Scarecrow. That is no longer an option, so what you have to do is Wagon into Soul Gaia, special summon the Soul Gaia, and go into a Gear Gigant X. So yeah, definitely more important than ever. We have our Sargus package with the Merrymaker and the Gigantic Champion Sargus. This is going to be one of your alternative ways into your Regulus if you need the Genius for something else, or if you just flat out can't make the Genius. So definitely mandatory, but not just that, it also helps you make a really big Zeus. So yeah, definitely going to play that engine still. Onto the links, we have 1 copy of Ancient Gear Ballista. Still very important to search the box, so you really can't cut this. This is the card that pairs with the Boarlord Savage Dragon, and that is going to be Platinum Gadget. You guys saw in the combo yesterday that you can go ahead and make the Platinum Gadget, which will allow you to make a Boarlord on top of your Baron and your Regulus with the Appaloosa as well. Or, no, I don't, yeah, that combo didn't end with the Appaloosa. But so this lets you get 3 Omni Negates, but I'm not 100% sold on it yet. We have our Cleafort Genius. This is just mandatory. You guys need it for the combo. Next, we have a Nightmare Unicorn and an Access Code Talker. This is just for an easy OTK going into turns 3 and past that. And then finishing things out, we have the Appaloosa. That is going to make the extra deck, so there you guys have it. And that is going to be my Super Heavy Samurai post-June 2023 ban list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know the deal. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, share with your friends. Don't forget that today is the final day to get my super insane Hieroglyphs playmat. Go ahead and go to my website, insanetcg.com. Use code INSANE18 for $5 off. And of course, check out Dueling Guard as well. Same code INSANE18 can get you 5% off your entire purchase. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.